If you're a technical leader and you constantly feel like you're pulled into solving problems, jumping into incidents, reviewing every decision, answering questions all day, you might not have a time management problem. You might have an operator problem. And in truth, the same habits that made you successful as a technical contributor are often the same habits that are making you the bottleneck as a leader. Welcome back to the lab. I'm Catherine, and this is Leadership Lab 360. In today's video, we're going to talk about one of the most important shifts that technical leaders have to make. They have to move from being the person who solves all the problems to being the person who designs how all the problems get solved. We'll cover why so many capable leaders get stuck in what I call the operator trap, how that trap creates bottlenecks, a practical framework you can use to start moving into the orchestrator role, and later how AI is changing what leadership looks like and why orchestrators will be the leaders who thrive. And stick with me until the end. I'll show you a simple way to map your team's work to show you exactly where you may still be operating instead of orchestrating, something that leaders don't even realize they're doing. A lot of technical leaders fall into what I call the rescue reflex. Someone brings you a problem, you know the answer, so you jump in. And to be fair, it usually works. The problem gets solved faster, the team appreciates the help. But over time, something subtle starts happening. The team starts bringing harder decisions to you, and all of a sudden, decisions are waiting on you. And before long, the system starts to look like this. Everything flows through one person, you. I'll be honest, I struggled with this early in my leadership career. My academic background is highly technical in the sciences, so my instinct is to approach problems highly analytically and jump in to solve them. And that approach works really well when you're the one doing the work. But when you're leading a team, that approach turns you into the center of execution. It took me a while to realize that leadership at the next level isn't about being the one who solves the most problems. It's about designing how the work flows through the team. One way to understand this shift is the difference between an operator and an orchestrator. An operator solves the problems. An orchestrator designs the systems where problems get solved. Operators rely primarily on their expertise. Orchestrators rely on structure. Clear ownership, decision frameworks, repeatable workflows. These structures allow the team to operate without every decision needing to flow back to the leader. One framework that can help with this transition is the RACI matrix. RACI stands for responsible, accountable, consulted, and informed. It clarifies who does what for recurring work. Let's look at a recurring process many technical leaders face: monthly production release. The tasks are prepare release notes, update configuration, deploy code, QA, run test, communicate release to stakeholders, and post-release monitoring and incident response. Now here's what it often looks like in the operator pattern. Notice a pattern? The leader is responsible or accountable for almost everything, while the team is mostly consulted or informed. This is the classic operator trap. Everything flows back to you, and it's how you become the bottleneck. Let's shift to how an orchestrator would redesign the same process. By redesigning responsibilities, the impact that leadership has scales. Here, the team executes. The team lead maintains accountability, and the leader is consulted or informed. This removes the bottleneck and enables scalable leadership. Leaders should review recurring workflows and ask themselves, where am I still responsible? Frequent appearance in this role usually indicates where you may still be operating instead of orchestrating. Before I wrap up today, I'd like to talk about how AI is creating a new type of technical leader. In an AI-enabled environment, leadership requirements are evolving. The most effective leaders in an AI-enabled world will not be the smartest engineers. AI can perform many execution tasks like coding, analysis, and report generation. But leadership is now going to require that leaders are orchestrating people and AI tools. designing workflows, integrating AI without creating bottlenecks, and maintaining focus on decision-making, exceptions, and outcomes. Effective leadership won't be measured by individual execution. It will be measured by the system's performance, human and artificial. The shift from an operator to an orchestrator can be uncomfortable. Operators see tangible results from their personal contributions. Orchestrators see scalable results from a well-designed system. Teams act independently, processes run efficiently, and outcomes improve consistently. If you'd like to understand the broader framework behind this idea, then check out my video on which level of technical leader are you, operator, orchestrator, or architect. And if this video helped you think differently about how you lead, then give it a thumbs up. I'm Catherine. This is Leadership Lab 360. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.